Welcome back to Midday Kentucky. All right, if you have children living in close proximity to one another, there's a good, maybe huge chance you've seen evidence of jealousy and sibling rivalry. Licensed pastoral counselor Dr. James Stillwell is here to discuss some tips on how to maybe tame that down in conflict resolution. Dr. Stillwell, thank you so much for being here. We love when you are here. Yes, now this is huge, obviously. Let me just ask you first, are we talking grown children or young children?
Yes.
All of the above.
You know, when we initially came up with this, I think we were thinking more of the younger children living in the same room, those kind of things, but it has lifetime consequences.
Yes.
And so you may be dealing with grown-up sibling rivalry, maybe as a result of the way it was treated when they were younger, or it just may be the way it is.
So it's not a phase that we ever grow out of.
Not necessarily. Oh, it could get better, could get worse.
It differs. I
Yes.
know, you know, some families, as the parents maybe die and pass away, then there's huge sibling rivalry.
Yes. Everybody plays a different role in the household, and so sometimes it's a result of that role being gone.
And I know I've got two of my own.
Right.
I've got a 6-year-old and 10-year-old that, you know, one's kind of a little on the sneakier side, and the other one is more of a tattletailer.
Different personality.
So they're already taking those different roles.
Right, and so you think that the one is, you know, could be worse than the other, but the sneaky, you know, it's hard. What do I do with that?
Sure. Well, I think, first of all, see your goal. You know, your goal is so that they will be adults someday who are in good relationship with each other.
Right.
To have a beautiful relationship now and to have a beautiful relationship then. And so to see your role as a coach, I think in parenting, we sometimes think that we're teaching in a punitive way, just refereeing. But think of it more as a coach.
Okay.
And how do you keep your own emotions in check?
Right.
Teach them how to do that. Teach them how to role play. I know this is hard.
No, it is, but you know, I want them to be able to resolve their conflict.
Good. And part of that is
without me.
To allow them to do it as much as possible without you.
Right.
So you don't intervene too quickly.
Right.
So Dr. Stillwell, how do you suggest teaching children to resolve conflict?
Well, use all kinds of teaching methods, you know, such as the role play, and get them to actually work through what it takes for anybody to resolve conflict. You have to listen. You have to assume goodwill. You have to keep yourself calm. You have to try to see the other person's point of view. All of these things are hard.
It is very hard.
But you have to model that. You can never teach it if you don't model it.
Right.
You may be able to do that around the dinner table or in a regular family meeting, but doing it in the moment when they're having the conflict, as I said, let them try to do it themselves as much as possible.
So don't step in.
Don't necessarily intervene too soon.
Try not to.
Find a teachable moment
Yeah.
to be able to teach the kind of things that they need to learn.
In the heat of the moment, you might get swung at, so you want to watch out.
In the heat of the moment, what they need to do is learn how to calm down. That may be the thing to teach.
Which sounds so easy. Another question, how important is it to not show favoritism towards our children?
It's extremely important. As I said, it's lifetime consequences. And you can work on this by doing positive things, such as having a special time with each one on the calendar, kind of a date night with dad or mom. Also, not only giving them that special time, but also maybe bringing them each a special gift when you go away and you come back. Just be very careful that your attention and your love is equal.
Spread out. Some great tips. We always appreciate you being here. If you need more information, there's all of Dr. Stillwell's contact info. He can help you resolve these conflicts, whether they're young or old.